At TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the New York Jets. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Brady going to throw. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A first down carry by Elliott. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Brady. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On second down, Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On play action, now Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Brady to throw for it on fourth down. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Brady now on first down. A dump off to Elliott. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the 17, Brady. He'll get this to Elliott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Brady. It's caught. Smith. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
56, the mic, boys, 56.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A good run Madden got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
31's the mic. You ain't going nowhere.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one.
56. I'm trying to collect. Mike 56.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
Back deep is Kadarius Toney.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. To throw, it's Brady. Big play that time on the catch and run. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Brady to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Brady.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Touchdown, Jets.
Time to go to
Henry
work.
Ruggs.
Let's go.
With his 16th touchdown of the year. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is.
It got his man complete. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. To the air, Allen. He's going to air one out. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Say. Rush in.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen, escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
I'm here all day. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Watch the screen.
Here's Allen sliding out of the pocket. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, third and goal.
Check. Lucky.
And again, it's Allen. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 22. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out of the locker room. We're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back upstate to Jacksonville and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
6 yards left on second down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 39. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, Brady. And that's Elliott, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Down right around the 25. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady completes this out left to Ruggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Brady going to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Henry Ruggs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Play action. Now it's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Allen again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Second and 10. Allen looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check four.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Check the backer.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Second and 5 now. Brady. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Brady. That one complete to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Here's 2nd and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. 30. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 31.
Now Allen. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Allen off the play fake.
That one is slant to McLaurin.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 50. Check 50.
So the shotgun snap to Allen.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars! Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. That's caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Brady going to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kadarius Toney, his intended target, and it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The throw over the middle, taken in, and they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
45, 45, 45, Mark, 45. Hey, watch your leg. Kill. Back it, reload. Check right 45.
Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Azeez Ojulari make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. To throw is Brady. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Brady going to look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Brady to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Brady to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing
for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well.